Right, in this video, Aisha says, what would you write about if Curly came up in the fight scene? I've already done that today in one of your viewers' questions. Cayenne has watched Harry Salles Tells You How to Cheat Legally in of Mice and Men, and she said, well, is it cheating or not? This refers to an edition of the play that has quotations for each character at the back. No, if you've got that edition, you are able to use those quotations from the back of the book. The difficulty, of course, is making those quotations fit your question, but that very difficulty forces you to be original in your writing, and it certainly worked for Harry. So if you know that that would work for you, then go ahead and do it. Phantasmal Liberum asked this question. If a question like this came up, Arthur Burling describes himself as a hard-headed practical man of business. How does Priestley present this and other views of Arthur Burling in An Inspector Calls? Do we speak about his, Mr. Burling's views shown throughout the play, or do we always speak about how Priestley presents Mr. Burling as a character? Well, the answer is that you do both. Your confusion here is on the word of. It doesn't just mean belonging to, it means anyone's view of Arthur Burling. So Sheila's view of him, the inspector's view, Eric's view. And this, I hope, will answer your confusion, because you thought we were only meant to talk about Mr. Burling's views. No, you're not. However, if this is the question that came up in last year's AQA exam, I wouldn't spend your time revising it, because it's not going to come up this year probably. But the method that I've just told you, writing about all the views of a character, will always get you high marks. So you don't just give the character's own view of themselves, you give other people's view of that character, and of course, the author's view. Matt Lake asks, on the extract question, are we allowed to talk about the red tinted lighting at the start of the play, even if the extract isn't linked to the start of the play? Yes, you are, if you're going to make a point about the lighting later on. So, for example, it's not red, by the way, it's pink. The pink lighting allows them to have a false sense of how wonderful they are. They're self-satisfied, they're congratulatory, they're just about to congratulate themselves on the potential knighthood and the engagement between Sheila and Gerald. And you can talk later in the play, if the extract allows, about how that sense is destroyed. But you wouldn't write a lot about it because, as you say, it's not in the extract that you're looking at. But certainly you can refer to it. Here we've got a lovely message from Kiaras. Thank you very much. Hi, Mr. Salles. Just wanted to say a big thank you for dedicating so much time to making these videos. Without them, I wouldn't be nearly as confident as I am now about tomorrow's exam. That's really good, and that's why I make the videos. Mainly I make them for my own students, but possibly only half of them watch the videos. The other half don't revise properly. But my ambition is that anyone should be able to teach themselves the whole course, because you will have occasions where your teacher is ill, like Kiaras was, and you might be ill yourself, of course, and you ought to be able to teach yourself. And the other reason I make these videos is I like people to be able to go beyond the A star. So my son, for example, was not in a top set for science, but he made sure that he got 100% in all of his science GCSEs because he knew he wanted to do it at university. And I want to make that easier for students. I want them to be able to get 100%, and that's why I make the videos. Anyway, she says, this meant that a lot of my work and revision was done on my own accord. Although that's really hard, Kiara, that makes you a much better student than many others that you're at school with, and it will prepare you brilliantly for your A-levels. So overcoming that hardship has made you a better student. I'm really sorry that you've had it, but well done for overcoming it. By looking through these videos, it has helped me a lot, as I finally have a teacher who aims directly at the A and A star criteria, something I was certain I would never achieve before with the lack of background understanding I had. Well, good luck on Monday. It looks like you won't need it. And I look forward to hearing in August how you've done. And that goes for any of you who've kindly messaged me. Please let me know how you've done, because then I work out how to improve my videos.